Time for tonight's rewrite. In the fall of 2002, as the Bush administration was moving very publicly toward war with Iraq, a worried country mostly watched and waited. But some objected, some marched, some protested. At an anti-war rally on October 2nd, 2002 at Federal Plaza in downtown Chicago, an Illinois state senator not known outside of his Chicago district addressed the crowd. Anyone who saw this as politically opportunistic at that time should be forgiven. It is routine for state and local politicians to make big speeches about matters of federal governance over which they have no control and will never have any responsibility. There is nothing easier for a state senator or mayor or city councilor to do than to object to what the President of the United States plans to do. This is what the 41-year-old state senator said in his 5th year on the job, a job that had nothing to do with war making.
I don't oppose war in all circumstances, and when I look out over this crowd today, I know there is no shortage of patriots or patriotism. What I do oppose is a dumb war.
Needless to say, President Bush didn't hear that speech that day. None of us who were not at Federal Plaza heard that speech. 5 months later, the president made this announcement.
My fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
And then, only 6 weeks later, the president made this speech.
In this battle, we have fought for the cause of liberty and for the peace of the world. Our nation and our coalition are proud of this accomplishment. Yet it is you, the members of the United States military, who achieved it. Your courage, your willingness to face danger for your country and for each other made this day possible. Because of you, our nation is more secure. Because of you, the tyrant has fallen and Iraq is free.
By the time the president gave that mission accomplished speech, the state senator opposed to dumb wars was running for the United States Senate from Illinois. His opposition to dumb wars sounded ever wiser as American soldiers continued to fight and die in Iraq long after the president had told us that was a mission accomplished. And in a turn of history previously imaginable only in fiction, it would fall to that young, then ignorable state senator who was opposed to dumb wars. To end the war, he opposed. To rewrite the ending of that war that his predecessor falsely proclaimed under a mission accomplished banner 8 years earlier.
Good afternoon, everybody. As a candidate for president, I pledge to bring the war in Iraq to a responsible end. For the sake of our national security, as Commander-in-Chief, ensuring the success of this strategy has been one of my highest national security priorities. So, today, I can report that, as promised, the rest of our troops in Iraq will come home by the end of the year. After nearly 9 years, America's war in Iraq will be over. The last American soldier will cross the border out of Iraq with their heads held high, proud of their success, and knowing that the American people stand united in our support for our troops. That is how America's military efforts in Iraq will end.